Hey guys! So yes, I'm filming in a different room that you don't see very often because it's after dark right now and I usually use the sunlight to film with, so I had to come to a different spot to film because where I usually film it ain't gonna work because I'm using some artificial light. But I had a busy day today helping my mother-in-law make a bunch of Christmas candy and stuff, and so I'm a little late getting my video filmed and ready for you guys for Friday, for today. Christmas is Monday, so I thought I would do a Christmas tag video. I just literally went on Google and searched Christmas tag, and these are some questions that I found. So I thought I would go through these and maybe you'll learn a little bit more about me, maybe, and just hear like different things that I do and my family does for Christmas. So cool, right? I've got some presents behind me that I've got to divvy out over the weekend and on Monday. This one's for my dad. Some of these over here are for mother-in-law, sister-in-laws. So yeah, cool. And we've got a bunch under the tree too. But anyways, let's get started with these questions because I believe there are 17 of them. So this is probably gonna be a long video. Let's get started. All right, number one is, what is your favorite Christmas movie? And mine would definitely be Home Alone. I've always loved that movie, and yeah. I'm not one for like the happy, feel-good kind of Christmas movies. There's a bunch that I haven't even seen before. But it'd probably be Home Alone, and then second place would be National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Number two is, have you ever had a white Christmas? And I honestly can't remember. For some people, I think a white Christmas is a really big deal, but honestly, I could care less if it snows on Christmas or not. I live in a part of the country where sometimes it could snow this time of year, sometimes it won't. Typically it doesn't, but I'm sure somewhere along the line growing up there was a Christmas day where there was some snow on the ground, but I don't remember it. Number three, where do you usually spend your holiday? So growing up, it was very different than it is now. Growing up, my parents were divorced. So Christmas Eve, I would actually spend with my mom and that side of the family and open gifts and stuff. And then on actual Christmas Day, I would be with my dad and do stuff on that side of the family. But now, since I'm married and kind of I can do whatever I want, I guess, for Christmas, holiday, whatever. Since me and my husband have been married, which has been 5 years now, this will actually be our 6th Christmas since we've been married. But we usually, Christmas Day, we typically are home, just us, and we open our gifts that we got for each other. And then later in the day, I'll go to my dad's and we'll eat lunch and stuff. And then usually before Christmas Day, I do stuff with my my husband's family, my in-laws. We usually do stuff then, which today's Friday that you guys are watching this, and we're gonna have Christmas on Saturday. So, cool. All right, so number four is, what is your favorite Christmas song? And honestly, I don't really listen to Christmas music. I know some people are like obsessed with it. I just don't really get into it very much, but one song that did definitely come to mind was Sparrow in the Birch, which you've probably never heard of. If you know anything about the Shaytards, which sadly they aren't making videos currently, that's a whole scandal. Colette, the mother, her family, they did this song. It's an original song, Sparrow in the Birch. If you want to hear it, you just go on YouTube and Google that, and I really like that song. So yeah. Number five, do you open any presents on Christmas Eve? And like I said, when I was growing up, I would always open presents on Christmas Eve at my mom's house. So, but nowadays, we don't. I usually wait till Christmas Day to open presents like here at my house with my husband. Like I said, as far as other family Christmases go, like with the in-laws and stuff, it's just kind of whenever we schedule it for, but nothing specifically has to be on Christmas Eve. Number six, can you name all of Santa's reindeer? Well, let's see. You've got Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph! Alright, that's all of them. That's all the singing you're gonna get from me. Okay, number 7. What holiday traditions are you looking forward to most this year? Once again, I don't really have a ton. I know some people always have like the same things that they do, like going to see Christmas lights, making gingerbread houses, I don't even know what else there are. Like caroling. Do people carol anymore? My family has always been very laid back. We always like, well, let's see, holiday traditions. We always would put up our tree, you know, like right after Thanksgiving. We would open gifts on Christmas Day, and we would eat a big lunch, almost like a Thanksgiving meal we would have on Christmas. But other than that, I can't really think of many traditions. Growing up, when I was a kid, I remember all of us would gather at my grandma's house, and all of us kids, when we were younger, we would all be asleep, and then in the morning, all of the adults would come wake us up, but we couldn't come into the living room until the adults told us so, and because they wanted all of us to enter the room at the same time to see all the presents under the tree and be like, oh, Santa came or whatever. But that, I guess, was a tradition that we did for quite a while, but other than that, I can't think of anything. Number 8, is your Christmas tree real or fake? It's definitely fake. I, knock on wood, our Christmas tree that we have is from 2001, so it's really old, but it's pre-lit, and every year it seems to just always do great. It's, I don't even know what kind of fake tree it is, but I've always loved my tree. It's the one I grew up, you know, it's 2001, I was like 10 or 11, but we have had this tree forever, and so after I got married, the tree was passed on to me, and it's just done great all these years, so I really like our tree. I've never had a real tree before. I don't think I would like that because you have to water it, and it just seems like they get pine needles everywhere. Ain't nobody got time for that. Number 9, what is your all-time favorite holiday food / sweet treat? Well, as far as food, I would say the typical like turkey and mashed potatoes, almost like Thanksgiving food. I like all that stuff. But sweet treat would probably be peanut butter balls, which we actually made some of those today. They are so good. It's just like peanut butter and like powdered sugar. I don't even know what else is in it, and then rolled into a ball and then dipped in chocolate. So good. I like those. Number 10, it says, be honest, do you like giving gifts or receiving gifts better? I mean, who doesn't like receiving gifts? You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody gives you something, it's cool. But I feel like as I get older, I definitely find myself getting more excited to give like somebody something, a gift for Christmas. That's like the last few years. Like I said, me and my husband open our presents on Christmas Day, but like the few days leading up to that, I'm like so tempted to be like, here honey, you know, just open this one. I want to see your reaction, just open it. And he's always like, no, we have to wait till Christmas. But because I just get so excited seeing people open things that I've got for them. I don't know. I guess that just happens as you get older, maybe. Number 11, what is the best Christmas gift you've ever received? I thought about this one for a while, and I mean, over the years I've got lots of cool stuff, but 2 things that stuck out in my mind was when I was 8 years old, I got a BB gun for Christmas, and I remember thinking that was really cool. And I still have it. And then also, I think it was like the first or second year my husband and I were married, my dad told us that he had left our Christmas present in our living room. Like, we were gone, and he said, hey guys, I went into your house and I left your Christmas present in the house. So I was thinking maybe he like left us a gift card or, you know, whatever, some little something. Like, we walk in the front door and we had a huge box sitting there, and it was a TV. Dad had got us a TV because when we first got married, we had like a old style big fat, I call them fat TVs, like the old style TVs, and he got us like an actual flat screen TV, so I remember that being pretty cool. Number 12, what would be your dream place to visit for the holiday season? Honestly, I don't know anywhere else I'd rather be than home. I mean, if they're talking about like a place to go to, I can't think of any. I just would rather be home. 13, are you a pro present wrapper or do you fail miserably? Well, as you can see, I've got lots of gift bags. That's the easy way out. I did wrap a few things. They're under the tree. If something is in a box or a rectangle, I can usually do pretty good, but anything that is any kind of oddly shaped anything, I'm not very good at it. I'm actually not that good at even boxes. It usually takes me a while to get them all taped up and stuff, so I usually go the gift bag route for most things. Number 14, what is your most memorable holiday moment? I can't really think of a specific one. I don't know if this would count, but when they say holiday moment, I think of, like I said, when we were growing up, all of us kids would bust into the living room and see all the presents under the tree at the same time. I always remember that moment being like really exciting. We had to wait till everybody was awake, and we all had to like wait outside the room until they said, and we would all bust in there and be like, oh, so cool. Number 15, when did you realize the truth about Santa? Well, I mean, I believed in Santa when I was little. You know, most families do that, like, oh, Santa's gonna bring your presents. I think I believed that till I was, I don't know, like pretty young. When you're in school, kids are always saying, you know, Santa's not real. Like, that starts pretty early, kids saying that. So the secret doesn't really last very long. I would say I was maybe like 6 or 7, somewhere in there when I realized. But my family, I never did like the pictures with Santa and stuff, which I think that's weird. I know that's one tradition that a lot of people do, is pictures with Santa, and my dad never subjected me to that, so I'm very happy about that. I don't know why people do that. It just seems weird. But no offense to anybody that does, but I just personally think, I don't know why you'd want to go sit on some fat man's lap that you know is not Santa. He's just an actor. He's just a guy getting paid to be dressed up, and you're putting your kid on his lap. That's weird. Anyways, so yeah, Santa is not real if you're watching this. Number 16, do you make New Year's resolutions and do you stick to them? I don't usually make New Year's resolutions. Of course, when the new year rolls around, I just kind of think in my head like, oh, it's a new year, like what are some things I want to do this year? I did have one goal for this year, which that's not really a resolution, I don't think, but I do remember telling my husband at the beginning of this year that by the end of this year, I wanted to have some animals in our field, because before the summertime, it was like July when we moved our goats here. So goal is checked off the list. We have 13 goats in our field, and I'm happy about it. So that was a goal that I did stick to. And the last one is, what makes the holidays special for you? And I guess I'll just go with the cliche answer of spending time with family, because that's what I usually do on Christmas. You know, spending time like eating together, getting fat together. I don't know, it's just like a day that everybody's off work, typically, and you can just spend time together. So yeah, that is the Christmas tag. I just thought I would do a video like this because I didn't really do any Christmassy themed videos. So anyways, I hope you guys liked this, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I post a brand new video every single Friday. So I'll see you guys next week, which will be after Christmas.